When I saw her, the witch was carrying a large milk bucket in one hand and a lantern in the other. Was his sword?
The girl
Like,
had a lantern hanging from her wrist. Her hand was contorted in a strange way.
It's a fake sword.
Well, yeah, but still.
And Neo died.
Oh, sorry. I got a good look at her hand, and it looked for certain that she was gripping something.
The witch was holding a scepter in her right hand. She did not drop it once before she was apprehended.
I see. The accused's hand was contorted in a strange way. I do believe this is quite an important piece of testimony.
I saw it. I most certainly saw it. She was holding an invisible scepter.
We saw it too. It was the girl up there, without a doubt.
I as well. These old eyes don't see as well as they once did, but I witnessed the hazy, blurry form of the accused quite clearly.
Don't tell the court you're blind!
My eyesight is as sharp as the edge of my trusty blade. That was not the voice I gave him. A toy sword. How fascinating. Although I wonder if he understands the implications of that analogy on his vision.
I'm gonna be AFK for a bit, by the way, because I need to take my dog outside. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sir Baker, you may proceed with your interrogation.
Mr. Layton giving me another chance. I can't let it go to waste. Let me get this straight. There was no way for you to see this invisible scepter, was there?
Well now, that's common sense, boy. One cannot see what is not there to be seen.
In that case, there was also no way you could have told whether or not she might have dropped the scepter.
Well, these old eyes of mine honed in on her hand like a hawk, until they couldn't see straight. The young lady was most certainly holding an invisible scepter in her right hand, while at the same time also carrying the lantern. Or do you perhaps possess some piece of evidence to suggest that she dropped the scepter?
There hasn't been any evidence so far to suggest that Espella was holding the scepter.
Evidence suggesting the scepter was dropped. Now this is an interesting idea.
Huh?
If Espella did not have the scepter in her hand, it would have been impossible for her to use any magic.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I don't suppose. Might there be a piece of evidence that could prove this? Oh, pardon me.
Excuse.
Something to prove that Espella was not holding the scepter at the time of the murder.
In other words, evidence to show that even if Espella had been holding the scepter, she would have dropped it.
Is everything all right, Mr. Wright? The truth about what happened in that brief instant will likely decide Espella's fate.
I have to do everything I can to find a contradiction in these testimonies.
Does anyone else hear gravity from Hasbin?
Guess I should take another look at the court record. There's a high probability that Miss Cantabella was not holding the scepter. But if, for the sake of argument, she had been holding it, she would undoubtedly have dropped it at the time of the incident. What do you mean? What I mean, Inquisitor Barnum, is that this lantern proves the defendant was not holding the scepter! What foolishness are you spouting, Sir Apprentice Baker? The lantern handle was around the accused's wrist! Meaning she could have held the scepter? I'm afraid that's not the problem here, Inquisitor Barnum. The problem is with the broken glass, and the mud plastered all over it. What? The rain had ended just as the murder was taking place. That would make the path fairly muddy, don't you agree? When the thieves grabbed Miss Cantabella by the arm, the lantern must have fallen into the mud.
The lantern?
Fell into the mud?
Why, of course. That makes sense, doesn't it, my little snowy wowie?
Well, what do you say, Inquisitor Barnum? If she was holding the scepter at that time, that would mean that when she dropped the lantern, the scepter would have fallen along with it. Gah!
Oh shit! Apparently looks like there was a Helvers concert at Level Up or something.
Oh, that's cool.
With Blake, Roman, and Christina Alabato doing a version of Addict.
Okay, that's really fucking cool.
What's going on? Inquisitor Bottom seems speechless.
You witnesses make me look like a fucking idiot.
My character head wasn't paying attention.
It's Peanut Gallery.
Oh.
That defender's managed to turn the thing around, even though he's just some baker.
No way! Pay the witches and corpuses no heed! They're just trying to trick you!
Jump! Oh, jump! Oh, oh,
That... Just what is this?
And now we wait. Actually, he might be gone for a little bit. Actually, yeah, I'll wait. At least there's music in the background.
Right, I'm back.
Hey, just in time.
One moment, please.
Hmm?
Everyone, please, listen. Didn't we all just stand here and explain to the cult what we clearly saw? It's a lantern! So what? What's so special about it? Explain it to me so I can understand.
So that you can understand? Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious just by looking at it. Whoops. What is it, Mr. Layton? Why are you looking at me like that? Stop looking at me with those dot eyes.
There's something about this witness. Miss Kara, was it? Tell me, Miss Kara.
Do you know how to solve a puzzle? And Kara's just absorbed into the puzzle realm.
Layton, I kind of needed that witness.
How good is your eyesight exactly?
You could go that too.
Ah!
Huh?
So this is the witch's court.
Blake Roman's fucking range, good lord.
As you just heard, Mr. Wright explained, the answer to your query is quite obvious at a glance. Tell me, are you able to see the mud present on this lantern?
Oh, you have bad eyesight.
blood mud. What are you talking about?
Piss Layton looks so fucking funny.
Your Honor, did you hear that just now? Yes, indeed. What does it mean exactly? It means that Miss Killer's poor eyesight is the reason she cannot see the mud present on this lantern. I'm stealing your shit.
Stop that.
In other words, the validity of Miss Kira's testimony is questionable at best.
Ah!
That was a weak damage sprite.
Order! Order in the court! What is the meaning of this?
What say you in your defense, witness? I highly recommend you give us nothing but the truth.
I'm sorry, Inquisitor Barnum. It's true. I need to wear glasses. All the time, in fact.
I just came here so I could just send someone to burn to death.
You need to wear glasses? Guards, have her executed immediately.
Yes, my lord.
Now that you mention it, I did notice something odd about you today.
Oh, I thought you looked familiar. Gone is the mist that clouded my mind. In its place, clarity.
I'm sorry, I just... Someone posting it in our server, they're fucking... They have a couch model, and they hit the button on Blender to make you highlight all, like... This shit is orange. The densest couch known to mankind. Look at this shit and you did. Keep in mind, that's not the color it is.
Jesus.
Fair maiden, a pair of spectacles are as valuable as a knight, as a shield to a knight. Make haste to procure another pair.
Now then, Miss Kira, tell me, at the time of the incident, were you wearing your glasses?
was not wearing them. The truth is, I lost my glasses a couple of days ago.
You lost them. So her glasses were missing during the time of the incident.
Mr. Wright, might I recommend that you keep a note of this fact? It could prove useful later.
Got it.
Am I to believe there is nothing left to prove on this matter? At the time of the murder, the accused did not have a witch's scepter in her possession.
Wait just a moment. Snowy and I have much more left to say.
Oop, there goes my frames. Hello, welcome back.
That's right. My trusted sword of justice shall cut through this witch's treacherous lies.
I may have lost my glasses, but I haven't lost my will to testify.
What?
Dude, she just fucking ate it.
Yeah.
Eureka! I remember now. Ode has a way of sneaking up on me. I'm sure you must understand.
Yeah, I understand. I understand you're all completely ridiculous.
It would seem we have not yet arrived at a clear-cut verdict. Going to be late to golf thanks to you. Witnesses, you may once again begin to testify to the court. Tell us about the scepter and how it was used in this detestable display of witchcraft that you all witnessed tonight. The girl was not holding the scepter in the same hand as the lantern, which means it must have been in her other hand. The hand holding the milk?
Yeah, that's what he's suggesting. Oh god, you witnesses are fucking dumb. I can't work with this.
The accused is holding a milk bucket in the cord illustration. Who's to say she wasn't also holding the scepter in that hand?
That milk bucket is lighter than it looks. Even Snowy could carry it. So she could have easily held the scepter as well. She could easily have held the scepter as well. Scepter as well.
I did not see this milk bucket. Everything felt like an illusion.
The scepter was in her other hand, you say? Indeed, such a proposal is feasible.
Whoops. Yes, Your Honor.
It is the strangest thing. The longer the trial goes on, the more you begin to resemble a legitimate defender.
Huh? Huh?
Well, no matter. Defender, you may begin your interrogation.
Just 1 second, Miss Mary.
What is it now? Snowy and I don't have all night, you know. Come on then, out with it.
I just have one question regarding your testimony. How exactly did you know that the bucket Miss Cantabella was carrying was light enough for Snowy to carry?
Well. You see, the girl always uses the same bucket whenever she comes to buy milk from us. Naturally, I would have seen that bucket countless times before.
You've seen it countless times before? That doesn't answer my question. You specifically said that bucket is lighter than it looks. Miss Mary, at some point tonight you must have held that bucket yourself. Now then, please enlighten us as to exactly when you got your hands on the bucket.
It's true. It's true. By that time, Robs and Bugs had already been burnt to ash. And then I noticed the milk in that bucket that the girl had been holding in the hand.
The milk?
Then, when those two went up in the blaze, Snow and I made a dash for the bucket. As the girl stood there looking confused, we took the milk from her to make sure it was okay.
Huh?
Make sure it was okay.
Unbelievable. Witness, you...
Well, it was just so wasteful. I thought of all that disgusting ash falling into such precious milk.
You
Precious
tampered with
milk.
evidence, fucking die.
I felt I just had to protect the milk, so I took the bucket back to the farm with me.
I fucking hate all my witnesses, dog.
Madame, you mean to tell the court you took evidence from a crime scene back home with you?
That explains why we were unable to locate the milk bucket at the scene.
Why, you scaring poor Snowy. You scaring poor... Here, I brought the bucket with me anyway. See, I didn't even tamper with the milk.
I'm sure you didn't.
The court shall accept this milk bucket as evidence.
Looks like that's one more piece of evidence for us.
Now, will the gentleman with the impressive beard proceed with his testimony?
All your testimony had come to the same conclusion. The scepter was not in her right hand with the lantern, therefore it must have been her other hand that was holding the bucket. However, that's not it. Not by a long shot. What do you mean? Contrary to what one of the witnesses stated, the milk bucket was in fact at the crime scene. And you'll also notice something about this bucket. Take another look at the core illustration. Something about the bucket seems a bit odd, wouldn't you say?
Objection!
This illustration was based on eyewitness accounts, so a small discrepancy or two is conceivable.
Objection!
Actually, Inquisitor Barnum, it's highly likely that the illustration is much less accurate than you think. In fact, there is a blatant contradiction presented in this illustration. Oh, it's a rope. It's a rope handle, not a wooden handle. Admittedly, it does at first look possible that Miss Cantabella was holding the scepter and the bucket at the same time. However, if you look at the real milk bucket, that possibility goes up in smoke. Here, let's have a look at the real deal. Notice the handle? That cannot be! Oh, but it is. This particular milk bucket has two pieces of wood on either side of the handle. If you were to try to hold both the scepter and the bucket, well, let's just say that'd be a challenge, to put it simply. There is no way anyone could hold both the bucket and the scepter at once.
What?
That must mean clearly you have the wrong bucket.
We never lie when it comes to milk. That is the very bucket I took.
Looks like the witnesses are as surprised about this as Barnum. The defendant could have been able to hold the bucket and the scepter at once. Also, we have already established that she was not holding a scepter in her right hand. Therefore, the defendant, Miss Espella Cantabella, was not holding a witch's scepter at any point during the incident.
Order! Order! I said order! Just what is the meaning of this? In all my days as judge of this court, I have never heard such an argument.
You're messing with year 3, Phoenix, right, dog?
These are but a paltry set of words, and yet they ring such a remarkable strength. Your Honor, what you just heard was logic.
Logic, you say?
Are you using logic in this kangaroo court? How dare you use logic during a literal witch trial?
They must be witches. I need to kill them.
What is with these two? What is with these two?
They just silenced Inquisitor Barnum with mere words.
Francisco, what are you doing here?
Such foolishness! This must be some type of witchcraft!
Wait, do you think?
Well, I was joking!
Could they be witches?
Well, it was nice knowing you, Layton.
It would seem the concept of logic doesn't exist in this world.
What the fuck?
Burn the witch!
That's a good reaction image, actually. It would seem the concept of logic does not exist in this world.
Our kangaroo government.
Take this chance to knock that case down a peg or two.
I'm worried if we keep this up, we'll all be joining Espella in a one-way trip to the flames. I don't want to be Iron Bulled. Here comes the wind-up! Ah! Most intriguing. A knight allows his sword to speak for him during battle. You have spoken with a sword of words. So be it. I too shall wield such a blade. What do you mean? Sir Blue Knight, there appears to be a hole in this logic of yours. A hole? According to the earlier testimony, it was believed the accused had the lantern hanging from her waist by the handle. However, she supposedly dropped it, hence it being covered in mud. That's right? While that may be true, it does not necessarily mean the accused was therefore unable to use magic. Fuck! It's merely a question of when she dropped the witch's scepter.
What do you mean, Inquisitor Barnum?
It is very simple, my lord. The accused, while first holding the lantern and the witch scepter, cast her magic. Then, she dropped both the lantern and the scepter. See, I can use logic too, bitch.
Puzzle dimension.
Ah!
Wow, that
Solve
was
my puzzles, barrister. Ah! The witch's scepter was dropped after the spell was cast. Of course, yes, that must be it.
What say
Sorry.
you? That's fine. What say you, Sir Blue Knight? That is but a taste of the knightly knowledge of the Inquisition.
Hey, Neil.
Wow,
Oh, sorry about
Yes.
that. Hold
Wow,
on.
Sam Bottom cut through that baker's witchery like a hot knife through butter.
What are your thoughts on Inquisitor Barnum as a prosecutor?
It's alright.
It's weird going up against a medieval knight.
Hmm.
Don't you literally have a night OC prosecutor?
No, it's a lawyer actually.
Close enough.
Close enough.
Exemplary! I expected nothing less from the hand of Barnum. Oh, to be able to shake that powerful hand someday.
Not even fucking Clavier's peanut gallery with this fucking hype.
That Inquisitor isn't quite what he first appeared.
Yeah, sure seems that way. Just a moment ago, it seemed like he'd never even heard of logical debate. Now he's suddenly using it against us. This guy is no joke, that's for sure.
Yes, Vecna, become friends with Megatron.
Now then, most honorable witnesses, I ask that you lend us your aid once more. I request that you all testify to the court once more. Tell us which occurred first, the dropping of the lantern or the casting of the spell. Here comes the wind-up. Ah!
Witnesses, you may begin your testimony. Tell this court in your own words about the sequence of events that transpired tonight.
Of course. The lantern fell to the ground after the incantation of Ichne's sploosh.
I'm as sure as snow is white. I made certain to keep my eyes peeled on that milk bucket after all. After all.
Besides, how can you be sure the lantern fell just because it had a little mud on it?
Neo, I'm starting to see what your issues in Tomodachi Life with getting the gay to happen.
Oh boy.
I say as I had a gay wedding within fucking like 2 days.
My god. I'm struggling so much.
It's like
No one
I
wants
just
to
want-
fucking cooperate.
I just want Drifter and Doorman to get together. Feed my ships video game. These eyes do not lie. I saw the Latin in the accursed hands when the incantation was when the incantation was uttered. Rocket
Figures.
Miyama.
Figures. The testimonies are all over the place now.
These 4 testimonies, they are most interesting. The witnesses all saw the same thing, and yet people's memories are evidently quite fickle. They can never be a truly reliable source.
Well then, Professor, not poking and prodding, I bet we can really cause their testimonies to crumble.
Of course. We need to exploit their fickle memories to turn this thing around. Oh, hi, Maya. Where you been?
We got this, Nick. We'll press them so hard they won't even remember what they had for breakfast.
I can't even remember what I had for breakfast. Same, bro.
I remember.
What'd you have for breakfast?
I had a pastry. It was a chocolate and almond pastry.
Sounds
Bear
delicious.
claw,
Very good.
bear claw, donut.
Not
Now,
a bear
Sir
claw.
Baker.
Something.
Now, Sir Baker, you may begin your interrogation.
Something more like I don't know. It was shaped like a pretzel, but it wasn't actually a pretzel.
The lantern fell after the incantation. Yeah. Are you positive about that?
I say I am positively positive that I am positive. I heard her voice and then sploosh.
That's sploosh. Was that the sound of the lantern hitting the ground?
Indeed. But of course. Did you see?
But if you look at the lantern, you'll notice that the glass is shattered. You specifically said you heard a sploosh. Shouldn't you have heard the sound of the glass shattering when it hit the ground?
The sound of glass shattering? No, I'm afraid I failed to catch your drift.
Oh god, this is great, Ace. Now I gotta look at you.
I was present in that area a bit farther away from the crime scene, you see. I have no recollection of hearing such a sound.
No recollection?
Precisely so. I'll have you know I can easily hear a dog barking across town. Do not underestimate my hearing.
I wasn't! Relax, Grandpa. Relax. I was gonna say a joke there, and one of y'all was gonna tell me I'm gonna kill you. There is nothing of interest in this testimony. Will the witness with the goat please proceed with her testimony?
Right, give me nuts. You startled us, didn't he, Snowy? I'm not sure how Snowy's what.
But earlier, you say that Miss Cantabella had the lantern hanging from her wrist.
Well, not quite. We didn't say for certain. We only believed it was on her wrist.
Believed?
Yes, precisely. You know how you sniff milk when you're not quite sure if it's gone bad? And then your nose is assaulted by that foul odor that you weren't expecting. Well, it's a bit like that. It's a bit like that.
Heed my words, Heed my words, madam. Do not make a habit of stealing for your own safety.
We said we're sorry! Please! It was all Snowy's fault! It was all Snow.
Oh, brother.
Anyway, we can confidently say that we both saw the milk bucket. Right, Precious? And as for the land of Polish, we don't know much about that, do we now, Schluckums?
What do you mean? Meanwhile, I decided to kill all my flowers. In my infinite basket of flowers.
Well, maybe the mud was already on the lantern before any of this happened. Did you ever think of that?
Before any of this happened?
Like, maybe it's been there since last week. It did rain last week too, after all. And if that's the case, then there really isn't any point arguing about whether or not she dropped the lantern, right?
Indeed. What say you, Defender?
I say take a closer look at the lantern. You'll notice there's mud on the glass.
Mud on the glass?
The lantern wouldn't be very useful with all that mud blocking out the light. Miss Kira, I say your little theory regarding this lantern is muddy at best.
Ah!
I could point out witnesses till the cows come home. But that wouldn't turn this testimony into anything I can use. I gotta find a lead somewhere. I just did that to intimidate her. This is important. Are you sure you really saw that lantern?
You are Petty Baker, are you not? It is not your place to be telling me what is important. There is but one thing of importance: ridding this town of its witches as quickly as possible. Objection. Oh, there's spit everywhere.
Hardly. I say this is far more important. We're trying to find out the truth here.
Pardon me.
Excuse.
How absurd! That girl is a witch! I say a witch! I would stake my entrance into the Knights of the Inquisition on it.
Well, if you put it that way. Barnum burns his fucking paper.
Markiplier.
Listen well, whelp. Uh-oh, you're gonna get... Your ass is gonna get grilled.
Yes, bottom.
Many young men within the ranks of the knighthood share your level of passion. However,
Oh my god.
you let your ambition completely blind you, the same way that a muddy lantern leaves one blind and helpless in the dark. This guy.
I don't know how to inform you this, but Shoma is now like becoming friends with Markiplier.
Interesting.
Yes, indeed. I would say he was quite the tough motivator. I didn't.
What do you think, Nick? Did you notice anything fishy?
Yeah, possibly. I think there may be something I can use.
Really? Wow! I didn't hear anything special.
Right. It's me, Naruhodo. You saw one of the witnesses peep up. Use my skills of looking at people. Yes, Naruhodo, I
Looking
will.
at people.
I mean, that's what you have to do. There was definitely something out of place about that one witness testimony. It was something I haven't noticed from any of the other witnesses so far. But I feel a deep connection of knowing. A great connection, if you might say. A great ace connection, you might say.
Crickets.
It appears that you may have found something, Mr. Wright. A 4-witness cross-examination. This is something odd. Oh.
Oh, a 4-witness cross-examination? It's something I never done before.
Me
But
neither.
then, maybe there's another way I should be tackling this.
I believe it's worth trusting that intuition, Mr. Wright.
Okay, got it. Alright, let's try pressing that old man one more time.
Hold it! Pardon me.
Excuse.
Hold it!
There it is! Right there! I knew I heard something strange. Use your eyeballs, Maya. Please, use your eyeballs.
Huh? Well, Greybeard didn't say anything weird.
Maya, it's not the old guy that said something weird. It's the person next to him.
Next time?
Oh, look there, Professor! Lady! She looks really deep in thought.
It would seem she has noticed something odd in this elderly gentleman's testimony.
That's right! These cross-examinations have 4 witnesses. Hey, Nick! It looks like we're not the only ones paying attention to those testimonies.
You're right. Which means, if they're all listening to each other's testimonies... Yes, right. Use the power of looking at people.
Each witness is fully aware of themselves and their own actions when in the middle of their own testimonies.
That was Layton. Thanks, Knight.
However, it is when listening to the testimonies of others that the witnesses may sometimes reveal the most valuable information. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, good. I see. It's habitable. They can't tell they're doing it, but I can. And I'm going to use it to turn the tide back in our favor. Something, greatest attorney?
In fact, I do believe I may have spotted the first opening in which we could test this new technique.
What's a touch screen?
Mr. Wright, could I draw your attention to the touchscreen?
The touch screen? I don't know what that is.
Sliding the magnifying glass during the witness testimony will allow you to shift your focus to another witness.
Right. So the important thing here isn't the witness that's in mid-testimony, it's the other 3 witnesses listening. It's just a matter of catching them off guard and questioning them.
What are you waiting for, Nick? Let's give it a shot! How about we try questioning the goat lady next to old Greybeard?
Okay. All I have to do is slide the magnifying glass over to that witness. Dun, 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 dun. Hang on! Excuse me, Miss Mary. Yeah, I excuse me. Excuse me. I put the ace in ace attorney.
Wait,
What?
did he say excuse me?
No, he yelled hang on. I just said I said I miss excuse me.
Yeah.
Though
I
that
thought
would
it
have,
would be cute if they shared the same,
yeah, that would have
like,
been cute.
information.
But he did say excuse me when he started talking.
Close enough.
Close enough for government work. Excuse me. Eh? You seeing this shit? Neo, give me the image.
What?
Give me the image of Naruhodo looking at the camera.
Oh, yeah. Is it this one?
Yeah. Eh?
Do you mean us?
That sheep must be soft.
But Snowy and I have nothing else left to say.
I knew it. I caught her completely by surprise. Mr. Wordsmith just gave his testimony. He told us all about the sound he heard when the lantern fell to the ground. Mr. Wordsmith didn't seem too sure, but I wonder if you might happen to have something to say about this. Man, the more I think about it, the more how much cooler the Apollo mechanic was.
I did really like the Apollo mechanic.
Especially with Christoph Gavin's hand turning into a fucking skull.
Yeah. And the fact that if you look at his face, he's like staring right at the camera.
Yeah. He's the devil. He's the devil.
The devil from the
The
Bible.
Bible.
Steal candy from babies and small businesses.
This is what Apollo did in Mute. This is what Apollo did in Muted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh? Well, that's... Is that all right, Sir Bottom? Sir Bottom, may we answer the question? May we answer the question?
Do what you will, madam. There is no need for formalities. Huh?
Well, we'll try and explain, won't we, Snowy? Truth is, we did hear something. That is to say, we heard the sound of the Lance's glass shattering. We're sure of it. It was frighteningly loud.
Hmm?
Startled us, didn't it, Snowy dear? Look, I looked in the direction of the sound, but I couldn't see anything, let alone the girl or those two thieves. It was a tad dark, after all.
Ignis.
When the glass shattered, the flame inside must have gone out. Hence she could not see them. That seems to be the gist of it.
But then, as I peered into the darkness, I heard that
You heard it? What did you hear exactly?
You know, I heard. Oh, no. The incantation for the spell Ignace.
What did you just say?
Espella's hooked. Literally.
Eh,
Now, hold it right there, witness.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
The glass shattered when the lantern fell. Then after that, you heard the incantation for the spell Ignace. Do you swear to this court that this is without a doubt correct?
Yes. Maybe. I think.
How about my testimony? What of my ortical observation? The blasted spell Ignace occurred first, then the lantern plummeted to the ground.
I heard no such thing. There was no sound of shattering glass.
Absurd! Simply absurd! The lantern fell and the glass shattered! That does not change the very fact that this girl is a witch!
I hate to disappoint you, but that's not quite the case. In fact, this testimony changes things a lot. Wouldn't you agree, Inquisitor Bonham? This defender got game. I appreciate it.
What is the meaning of this?
Let's go over what we know so far. In order for a witch to use any magic, they must be holding a witch's scepter. And yet, none of the four witnesses saw the defender holding a scepter of any kind.
It's because the scepter was made to disappear with the spell Dimir, correct?
At the time
What does running a black and blue deck have anything to do with this trial?
At the
That's a
time of
Magic the Gathering joke.
At the time of the crime, the two victims grabbed Miss Cantabella's arm, causing her to drop the lantern on the ground. If at the time she was in fact holding an invisible scepter, then the scepter must have fallen when she dropped the lantern. Now, let's say, hypothetically, that Miss Cantabella really is a witch. In order to use any magic, she would have to recite the spell before dropping the scepter. However, as our witness, Miss Mary, has just stated in her testimony, she heard the incantation for Ignace after hearing the lantern glass shatter.
Oh,
You do all understand what that means, don't you? It means that Miss Cantabella, the supposed witch you locked up, could not possibly have cast any magic Therefore, Spellbreaker, my favorite pursuit theme. The defendant, Espella Cantabella, is clearly in no way, shape, or form a witch! Oh!
What the?
You said, what the fuck?
Such revelry! Do you realize what you're insinuating? Do you really think she's not a witch?
Such nonsense! Did any of you even listen to my testimony?
We did, but you're wrong. There was no glass shattering.
Ah, you called me a liar, Missy. You couldn't even see the button of the lantern when it was plain as day.
The witnesses are fighting, let's go.
Blind as a bat. You are.
This is my type of courtroom.
I don't know why I don't believe you.
What ridiculous claims! All of you!
Nope.
Oh, hush. Take your little toy sword and go back to the playing. Go back to playing pretend, Sir Knight.
Shut up, all of you. Witnesses? This is a court of law, not a playground. Must I remind you of the importance of these proceedings? Witches and their magic threaten our fair town of Labyrinthia. Your words here today could decide the fate of every single citizen within our walls. Do you understand? As such, I expect each of you to take your role seriously and testify honestly about what you saw.
Honesty and an Ace Attorney game? No way.
Aw. It's less likely than you think.
We don't have any honesty. Will you settle for insane testimony than exploding when it all doesn't work?
Yep.
Man, I remember my favorite witness. Fiero Tigre.
In all my days as a judge of this court, I have never seen such behavior. Toss the witch in the deep fryer already. Behavior that
My
leaves a
favorite
cloud of
witness
dust.
was oh god, what was his name?
Describe him.
It was the one with BPD. Oh wait, no, it was the multiple personalities.
Oh, I know what you're
BP
talking about from Spirit of
BPD is a
Justice.
completely different disorder.
Yeah, I was thinking the wrong thing.
It's not the Phantom, it's Ungo, I think. I know what you're talking about from Spirit of Justice.
Hold on, I'm
performer.
gonna look him up. I can't remember.
The performer.
Behavior that leaves a cloud of doubt over the credibility of each of your testimonies.
The performer who's related to the clown.
I cannot remember
think.
his name. Hold on.
Ace Attorney. Ace.
Can the wiki not fucking freeze? Okay, there we go. It's Wendo. It's Wendo.
Yeah.
Rakugo. Wendell.
I was like Wendy Oldbag.
Yeah, she's funny.
You fucking whippersnappers!
Indeed, my
a
lord.
student.
I'll
a
break
student.
all of your heads, I swear to God!
Oh, a student.
Indeed, my lord. Quite a miserable set of witnesses, this lot.
Oh, a fellow student. Rakugo performer.
I see. What the hell was that? Did anyone else hear like
I
that
don't know.
weird ass noise?
It's probably
Oh.
me hitting my mute button. I don't know.
It's like a boom, boom.
I didn't hear anything like that.
Me neither. Oh man.
Oh, it's Tomodachi life.
Oh.
It would appear this trial has come to a sudden halt.
Huh? So that must mean I was gonna say that Mass was hearing something equivalent of Silent Hill, so bye, Mass.
Quite right. It means you've won this trial, Mr. Wright.
We've won?
Unfortunately, the village is hungry.
So oh man.
Go on, Wright. Get in the cage with her.
No.
Cage.
You can't make me.
Guards.
Yes, my lord. Knights,
Put him in the
get him.
cage. I could hardly believe the situation we have found ourselves in. I did not anticipate this trial ending with such a strange turn of events. But due to the witness's dubious credibility, I can see no reason to continue. What say you, Inquisitor Barnum?
Those witnesses, my lord, are all fucking stupid.
Boo!
Yes, we've established that, but
You know what? The village is hungry. Put all of them in the fucking braising bowl. As you wish, my lord.
wrap them in
What's
tinfoil,
going on?
cook them at 400 degrees.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh God, stop! Actually gonna let this witch run free through the town! Ooh! Ooh!
Curses! If it weren't for that witch and her friends.
Even when he's fucking losing, he still has the peanut gallery on his side.
Ooh.
What the fuck? Some guy.
Oh, Vismaker! Oh! What a bloomin' second! This trial ain't even close to being over! Not before I take the stand to testify!
Some guy.
Order! Order! Who is this? This buffoon?
He's over.
How the fuck?
Behold! Who am I, you ask? Who am I? Why,
You wait.
I'm the man who's gonna single-handedly save this trial! I'm the fifth witness!
Say what? I fucking hate this town, what?
A
Even-
new witness enters the ring!
Even Barnum didn't see this one coming.
Just as I thought. This trial was going down the drain before I got here. I don't know what this voice is, like somewhere between Vince McMahon on helium.
To me, it just sounds like Wario.
And yeah, Wario's a good second. Okay, you lot! Assemble! We need a strategy meeting! ASAP!
I say, who the fuck are you?
Thank goodness you showed up. Snowy looks
I
like.
can't give up now,
Snowy
everyone.
looks. No, it's just though. Snowy
It has
looks.
come down to this. To arms, everyone! We shall do battle against that baker and that hat seller. The
I-
time is haberdasher, you fool!
I can't believe this! What the heck is going on?
Truly fascinating. Seems a new witness has taken the stand.
Fucking Wright grabs Layton by the shoulders. I am at my breaking point, Layton.
I'm gonna lose it.
He appears to be quite the formidable witness.
Oh!
What the fuck are they doing?
Huddling.
They're strategizing. What the fuck?
Strategizing.
Well, I guess this trial is still far from over.
Oh my god.
That fucking sheep.
Yeah. Jeez.
I'm gonna save it here.
Makes sense. It's a good spot.
So stupid.
After that fucking
That
twist.
By the way, I'm
Fuck
sorry that was incredibly loud.
It's
No,
fine.
that was great.
It's like, this man is a belligerent drunk. He needs to be
Yeah.
loud as fuck.
Yeah.